Hey guys, my name is KGMTL. Welcome to my channel. This is my first ever actual YouTube video using a camera. I generally film myself on Instagram. And just to give you a real introduction to who I really am, my name is actually Catherine Garbarino. A lot of my friends call me KG, and back in the day, I actually used to use Instagram to edit photos, and I named myself KGMTL because that's the city that I came from and live in. And it kind of stuck, and people call me KGMTL. And a few months ago, I decided to start sharing my journey and my tips and my tricks, and sort of everything that I really do, and kind of, I guess, my life, how I live my life. Because throughout my 20s, I went through so much. Not even just my 20s, my whole life. I always was a little bit overweight. I always struggled with skin issues. I always had eczema. There wasn't a time in my life that I can't remember being itchy or uncomfortable or insecure about someone, touching my hand or something. And then in my 20s, I sort of lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. And then eventually 5 years ago, I really lost 45 pounds for good, and I've kept it off. But the journey between then to now has just been crazy, with skin issues, digestive issues, cystic acne. And I finally, I guess a year ago, just a little bit under a year ago, I really feel like everything that I had been doing over the past 5 years, the trial, the error, everything finally clicked. And when it clicked, everything just felt whole. And I feel like I was functioning before at 50%, and now I feel like I'm functioning at 100%, I guess, because I've never felt better. There's just so many people that probably go through all of the basically shit. By the way, I swear a little bit on my channel. Well, I will swear a little bit on my channel. It's my first video. But yeah, I figured, there's no way that I'm the only girl going through all this crap, and there's no way that I'm the only person that's suffering from why can't I lose weight? Why am I trying everything and I'm not losing weight? And using all the best skincare products, but still getting cystic acne all around here. And every time one goes away, another one comes. I've just lived through it all. And again, my real thing was the eczema was a big thing for me because it was something that I suffered with my whole life. And basically I've done a lot of trial and error. So with that being said, I decided, you know what, where I grew up and in the community that I live in, everyone sort of knows each other. And over the years, people have obviously seen my transformation. And, a lot of people have sort of come up to me and just been what did you do? What do you do? And sort of always asking me, not for tips, but just for I guess input on the things that I do, because they're they see the actual physical change in front of them over, time. And, I'm always giving out advice to people. I'll go to a spin class and I'm busy being I get my hair done here. This is the treatment I use. This is my serum and blah, blah, blah. And I'm always chit chatting with people and sort of giving out my tips. And I figured, you know what, I should on a blog, I should do this on a vlog. But I never did, because to be honest, I just thought it was awkward. I'm why would anyone actually care to listen to me? But then I don't know, something it was at the end of February, something sort of was just, it's something that was brewing in me. I had talked to a really, a woman who I really admire, who I kind of see as a mentor. She's a really brilliant businesswoman. And we were talking about sort of what I'm doing with my life, because I, as a living, have a consignment business, but it's sort of I love doing it, but it's not really a passion that it's something that I dive into every day. And so we were talking about what I could do with my life. And she's but what do you mean? What can you do with your life? You're sitting on it. So I was what do you mean I'm sitting on it? She's you are your own brand, you. So I was that's weird. It's hard to look at yourself in that light. But I decided, you know what? Okay, she's kind of right in the sense that people are always asking me what I'm up to or what I'm using or products and this and that. And I don't know, I was just okay, maybe I should share it, and it was a really, it was a big step for me to take, because again, in the city that I live in, it's I said, it's a really small community. Everyone knows everyone. And I knew that I would be talked about because they'd be what is this girl doing? I'm literally sitting, filming myself, chronicling my life. And a lot of people are probably I don't care about your life. But the thing is that when you look past the personal and it goes beyond to actual followers and people who don't know me personally, and they're just watching some random chick yip yap about, all the struggles I've had, and then the things that have helped me, and you know, the type of lifestyle I lead, and which by the way is like super clean and organic, you know, with a little bit of fun mixed in, and then like natural remedies for things and all these things and all of these types of things. You know, I started to realize like, okay, like if I'm not, forget the people that I know locally, forget the people that know me already and can just ask me wherever I see them, but let's talk about like other people who I can actually help, because I've spent thousands of dollars. I've tried every freaking product. I've eaten it all. I've done it all. Like really, I feel like I have, in terms of like the health, beauty, wellness sort of world. And why not share what I've learned through trial and error, and not let anyone else do all the dumb things that I did and listened to and got suckered into, and take the research that I've done over the years and books that I've read and podcasts that I listened to and all this information and put it out into the world in a way that I understand. Because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not anything. I'm just a regular person who's super informed about their health, about being proactive about their health, about skincare, about the types of products to put on your skin and what's safe and natural. But I'm not totally natural, but like somewhat natural and good for you. So I actually feel like I was having a flow, and then my mom called me and ruined it. I have to like learn to turn my phone off, I guess, when I film like YouTube videos. Anyway, so I don't know where I was, but I'm gonna end up editing this, I guess, so it doesn't really matter. So yes, simultaneously, as I was like playing with the idea in my head of starting to sort of, I guess, chronicle my life on social media, not chronicle my life, but like show my tips and tricks and put myself a little bit more out there on social media on a personal level rather than this like superficial level that we all sort of put ourselves out on social media, like it's not our real person. If you know what I mean. It's like kind of our alter ego is our social media person, but that's like a whole other topic for another day. I was always watching this girl, Shut the Kale Up. If you guys are into like the health and I guess like healthy food and like all these like good, amazing things to buy at the grocery store, you may follow her. She's super cool. I would follow her on Instagram, and I would follow like a bunch of people on Instagram, but she's the one that really sticks out to me. And I would sort of like be lying in bed or whatever at the end of the day, and like I lie in bed, by the way. I'm like not a couch girl. I hate chilling in a den. I love a bed. But point being, I would be like watching whatever, a show that was like recording on TV or that was on my PVR, and I would like catch myself just watching this girl's stories, and the TV was sort of a background noise, and this was what I was like present with and what I was actually paying attention to. And then there was like another one that would pop up, and she does it differently than me, but she really was speaking to a camera. She was basically vlogging in short clips. I'm engaged and I want to know what she's going to say next, and I know about her life, and I know about her baby, and I know about her husband, and I know the places she goes to eat, and she's just a regular girl, but I'm engaged. So I'm thinking like, you know, my whole life people have told me you should blog and you could be like something Navy. And like I said, I was always like why would anyone want to listen to me, you know? And as I was watching this girl, I'm like, you know, she's cute, yes, whatever, but like, it's not like she like has the cutest outfits or the whatever. Like, I'm not trying to be superficial, I'm just being honest. I have good taste and I use like every beauty product, and I love beauty products, and I'm well informed. And most importantly, I'm well informed and I'm well researched, and I know about the shit that I'm talking about, otherwise I wouldn't talk about it, and I've lived through a lot. So I was like, I should do this. She's doing it, other people are doing it, I'm gonna do it. So I just like sucked it up and I just did it. And from the beginning, I kind of never really watched myself. I would just put it out there because I don't know, I just feel like when you rewatch yourself, you judge yourself, and I'm not into judging myself because it's just weird to me to judge yourself. Like, no one actually cares. Like, no one's sitting and judging you the way that you judge yourself, right? So I was just like, let me just put this out into the world. Let's just see what happens. I'm also that kind of person, like I don't really care. Like I care what people think, but I don't really care what people think at the base of it. So I did that and I got an amazing reaction, like mainly from women. Like, and that to me was so inspiring because I was like, holy shit. Like these people who don't know me are like, were so inspired by me, and they were just, it was just this contagious back and forth, and it really motivated me to keep going and to keep doing it. And there was a lot of haters locally, like where I'm from, probably because there were some people who loved it and they would be like, oh my God, I love watching KGMTL, do you? And people would be like, oh, it's so annoying, like, you know, and they'd be watching me anyway, like it was a guilty pleasure. I feel like people were watching me, but they didn't want to admit to watching me because then they were like succumbing to this like ridiculous the ridiculousness that is 2017, by the way. Like, this is the world. So whoever's a hater of like people on social media, like, I'm sorry to tell you, but like, this is 2017. It's only gonna get worse. For those of you who don't know me from Instagram and are like watching me for the first time, I'm very passionate when I talk about things that I care about. I'm very passionate when I talk about things that I feel, I guess, deeply about, but also feel like I'm, like, if I feel like I know what I'm talking about and I have a valid point to saying it and I've tried it myself and seen like results, I'll be really passionate about it. So watch out for that, because that's all about me. I talk about on my channel, I will talk all about healthy eating, eating organic, eating whole foods that actually beautify you from the inside out and that actually have benefits. I'm very big on eating for a purpose. The thing that we do the most and the way that we nourish ourselves, and the only thing that if we did not eat and nourish ourselves and drink water and so on and so forth, we wouldn't be able to live. So the thing that is driving us every day is what we're putting into our bodies. And I really want to raise the awareness and put the message out there and spread the message and educate you guys on why it's so important to put the right foods into your body, and what foods can really do for you without you even realizing, and how to make you learn to switch your perception of being like, ew, that's gross, to just understanding that everything just takes time to get used to and everything is possible. So if you feel like you're that kind of person who's like, no, I could never cut refined sugar out, like, what would I eat? What would I do? Oh my God, I love this, I love that. Well, you may have never tried natural sugars and other alternatives to doing things in a more healthy way, a way that would give you wholeness and wellness, but still give you that, you know, sweetness or whatever craving you're looking for. There are healthy alternatives. So that's something that I'll talk a lot about. As you can see, the passion just came in there. I will talk a lot about supplements. The first segment that I'm gonna put onto YouTube, beyond this one, beyond my introduction to my channel, will be my supplements and the vitamins I take daily, because basically what's been going on with me on Instagram is that I talk about things in these, you know, I do segments on Instagram, but then after 24 hours, they're gone. So I end up getting like flooded with questions, and then I don't have a reference point to sort of guide my followers back to. And I'm not a blogger. Like, I don't wanna sit at a desk and like write shit out. I wanna say it. I wanna show my passion. I want to inspire through, I guess, like me showing it, like through action. So yeah, so basically I was like, okay, like, I'm not gonna write a blog because I'm just not gonna ever do it. I don't wanna have to like take professional pictures. I find that super annoying, and like, by the way, I'm over it, the professionalness of things, and we'll discuss that probably now or soon. So anyway, I decided, okay, like, I need to get on YouTube, I guess, because it's the only real like channel for me to be able to channel what I want to say in a segment where someone can go back and watch it whenever the hell they want, right? So that's what I'm doing. But to be honest with you, I was never like a big YouTube watcher. I'm very like, I'm into the Instagram thing. Instagram's gonna stay, but this is where I'm gonna put up like a lot of my content. For example, I just mentioned vitamins and supplements. I'm gonna put up like a video on that will forever be here. So then I'll still talk about them on Instagram, but then I can always refer people back to that actual video when I get questions, if that makes sense to you guys. So that's that. And I'm just gonna grow with it, you know, like with the YouTube thing. For now, I wanna start just putting real content up here, like what is maca, what is collagen, why do I take it, blah, 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 so that I can always refer you guys back when I talk on my Instagram. But let's see where this goes, because, you know, I know, like, who the hell, I've been doing the Instagram thing for 4 months, and I never thought that I'd be where I am now. So like, never say never, we'll see where it goes. Like, I bought all the crap to do this, like the camera, the tripod, the lighting, the this, the that, which was very weird for me. And I wanna talk about it quickly. That's because I'm like a very natural person in terms of the fact that like, I like to just be real, and I think there's enough orchestrated, orchestrated, manipulated stuff being put out on social media. I think there's enough pretty girls with like perfect lighting and perfect photography and the perfect background and the perfect this being put out on social media. Like, I mean, that's all I see. I'm more about like having pretty images and doing pretty things, but in a real way and not over edited. And I'm more about like putting the content out rather than like editing it back so much that you don't even get to know who I am and what I really want to say. I think it's important to get out the message rather than like make the message look pretty. If that's, I guess, I don't know. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense, because that's sort of my thing. I'm not the kind of person that could be over edited. Like, it would just be too annoying for me. Like, I could never spend an hour editing a picture. I'd literally want to like punch myself in the face. So there are things that I enjoy that are fake. Like, you know, I can be superficial. I love clothing. I like a good designer bag. I love shoes. I love products. Like, I'm a product junkie, but I'm real. And I just don't have time to be fake and to like fake everything. So to sort of get to the base of it, my channel is really gonna be covering, it's gonna be an unedited view of my life, the shit that I go through. I'm gonna discuss all the stuff I've gone through throughout my life, being heavier, losing weight, heavier, losing weight, heavier, losing weight, always having the skin issues and the eczema and all the shit that I've gone through, all the trial and error, all the supplements and the whole foods and the beauty products and blah, 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 so on and so forth that I have found to get me to where I am today, which is in like an amazing place, super healthy, at the best, you know, lightweight, good weight. I'm active, I have good energy, I feel good, and that's the message that I want to spread. It's not about being skinny, it's not about being like ripped, it's about feeling confident in your skin, feeling good about yourself, and just appreciating life more, to be honest, because we don't all appreciate life. Some of us go through the motions of life instead of really taking life for all that it has to offer. And that starts with being able to, and being and having the vitality to, and the energy to, and that all begins with nutrition, proper eating, what you're eating, what's making you tired, what's taking away your energy, getting rid of inflammation in the body, in the skin, and all the things like that, and everything to beautify and to be the best version of you. That's like my whole message. That's my whole mission in life. It's really my passion. This is something that whether this makes me money, doesn't make me money, I really don't care. If I am helping people, and I'm also helping myself because this is sort of therapeutic, that's really all that matters to me. So you will see a lot of personality because I'm very outspoken. You might hear some swear words. You're gonna see a lot of beauty products, a lot of tutorials and me like doing my routines and stuff, a lot of cooking, a lot of healthy cooking, and mostly and importantly, you will evolve with me because this is my first YouTube video ever, and I hopefully will only get better, and it's just me and me sharing my journey and my life with you. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know what it is. All my segments will be forever here, and you can share them with your friends if you would like. Kind of makes me feel weird, but it is what it is. And before I like sign out and do like the whole YouTube thing, I just want to say to all of you who are watching this on YouTube, who have followed me from Instagram, your support means so much to me. This has been so life-changing, and I really feel like this is what I was meant to do. And I thank you guys so much for giving me the platform and for telling your friends about me, and for you guys like have my back, and I love you for it. So thank you, and for all your support. To everybody who enjoyed this video or who wants to see more from me, please, I think it's like subscribe below to my channel.